Christy Simpson. Today's question is, how do you stage your choir for any show? Do you use movement, risers, sign language, dancers, etc.? I like to shake things up during my different performances. So I sometimes use risers, sometimes I use blocks that are a little bit thicker that the kids can move easier on. I have been known to do a show where everyone is on the flat ground of the stage. I haven't done that recently, but sometimes the different shows call for different things. So the first thing I would suggest is that you do buy the IVD, the instructional DVD performance, which I always do a demonstration with my own choir of one way that you can do it. And while you never have to use all my ideas, and you probably shouldn't because sometimes you guys can think of even better ideas, it is a jumping off point. So get the instructional DVD, it's totally worth it to just see how someone does it, see what was kind of inside my head. I usually do use risers because my stage is flat. Having said that, I like the kids sometimes to have a little more room. So those of you that do have the stages with bigger platforms, wider platforms for the kids to stand on that are carpeted, that's really awesome because they have more room to move, do movement, dancing, stuff like that. So if you have platforms, use them, but feel free to change things around depending on your show. So I always like to look at the show and draw out a diagram. Where are my people going to stand? Where are my drama kids going to stand? Where's my choir going to stand? Sometimes the drama is in the center and the choir is on either side. Sometimes the choir is in the center completely behind the drama. And obviously your different stages will dictate how you do that as well. But do keep it fresh. Don't be afraid to let your choir do something different and stand up on this weird platform on the side. Things like that keep the kids interested and they set the show apart. It makes it more fun. Also, don't be afraid to have your choir in different positions. In different shows, I have written out choir position A, choir position B, and say choir position C, okay? So if you choose 3 different positions that they're gonna stand in, and this doesn't necessarily work when you have 400 kids, but if you have less than 100, you can do this. Say in choir position A, you're all gonna stand in this position, and you have a kind of traditional riser position. Then for choir position B, we're actually going to be lined up in 2 lines across the whole stage on the floor for whatever reason. I don't know. But give them a position for that too and say, memorize this. This is choir position B. Do you see where we're standing? Write it down. Okay, let's go back to choir position A. They all walk back up to their riser spots. Again, you don't have to do that. It just keeps it fresh for the kids, and like we've talked about in previous weeks, sometimes that will keep the kids from talking and goofing off because it's just more interesting. And say choir position C has the girls on one side and the boys on the other. So the girls take up all these risers and the boys, they're in a little circle cluster on the ground, jumping off boxes or something. I don't know. Again, the sky's the limit, right? Feel free to think outside the box, and this works the best when you plan it ahead of time. Plan ahead of time, write it down, make diagrams, and then you can just execute it really easily with your choir. Once you have it written down, have them memorize choir A, B, and C. Let them use their little brains because they're often much smarter at that than us adults. They remember things better, and we tend to not challenge them. Challenge them. Do cool things. Make your stage look cool. Let them stand in cool positions. It just makes it all the more fun.